One minute gone. McGregor versus Holloway 2. Who's going to win that fight?
Holloway.
Really?
Listen, I've never been a McGregor fan.
Why is that?
Because he's been a prick his whole career.
To you?
To me, to everybody.
You didn't like him? He was rude to you?
He was rude to me. We almost fought a couple times.
Where at?
In the fights.
What'd you say?
We just ran into each other and he just would run his mouth. I didn't like it because I came from a different place. I came from a place where I had been getting into trouble and I was changing my life. And he was somebody that used the platform to be arrogant and to like piss people off. I'm not here to make friends. But you're also not being very respectful. And I think we're in this place with all the YouTube fighting is all because of that accumulation. Now here we are. The sport is somewhat of a Kardashian sport, you know, we're just wow, which brings numbers, right? But that's not why I got into it. So that's
they're going to all expect that.
I think it is a little over 5. It's almost 6, I think.
It might be 6 at the time of the fight.
It might be. I think it's 5. I think it's 5 right now.
Are we expecting to see a Conor that looked like Nate this last fight? Or are we expecting to see a better Conor than someone that looked like Nate? Because Nate did not look good.
No, but Mike Perry did.
And
Mike Perry looked like a fucking murderer.
You know what I mean? Like
Mike Perry is a murderer.
He's a murderer.
And this is
such a savage.
You take a look at that, and when you're taking an older fighter, which Nate is now, and you're
21. You're 5 fucking years ago, July. So it literally will be 6 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
But when
it'll be 5 years. It'll be 5 years.
When you're taking a younger fighter and putting them against the old dog, it normally doesn't end well for the old dog.
Well, the thing is about Max Holloway is like Max Holloway isn't that much younger than Conor.
He's not.
But the thing is, Max has been in constant high-level competition the entire time. Won the BMF fight, beat Dustin, like constant high-level competition.
That's right.
It's a different thing.
And I honestly believe him at 155 is the best thing for him.
Absolutely.
But he's not 155 in this fight.
This is 170.
But
yeah.
Honestly,
2021, we're looking at a clean 5 years come time. He's 1-3 in his last 4 bouts. Doesn't have the best luck against southpaws, Dustin Poirier, Nate Diaz. He's taking on Max Holloway. Okay, Max Holloway, 27-9, 34 years in his absolute prime right now. He is 4-2 in his last 6 bouts. Last fight came from Charles Oliveira, body locking him, taking him down. Dustin Poirier, decision, unanimous. Ilya Topuria, KO Justin Gaethje. He KO'd Justin Gaethje, KO'd Chan Sung Jung. And I'm pumped. I'm pumped because we get to see the notorious, the godly notorious. He's coming back. He's
Conor McGregor was fighting Dustin Poirier. And Dustin Poirier and I are both from Lafayette, Louisiana. He called Dustin a hillbilly.
He's a quiet little hillbilly from the back arts of nowhere. I'm sure he grew up in a circus or a fair. He's a nice little kid. His cousin's probably named Cletus or something. I don't know. He's a nice kid.
He Irish, man, so he don't know how disrespectful he is. Or maybe he do. I said, but if Dustin's a hillbilly and I'm from the same place as him, what does that make me?
You're a hillbilly also.
He said, you a ghetto hillbilly.
Conor, you called Dustin a hillbilly. Dustin and I are from the same hometown. Does that make me a hillbilly? Conor, listen, before you answer this, you remember how much bigger I am than you.
You're a ghetto hillbilly, I call you.
I said, oh my God. Hurt though, man. I wanted to slap him.
I know you wanted to
But he was small, right? I wanted to slap him, man.
Wow.
That was the one. I want to slap him.
That hit home right there.
Because I am from the ghetto too. I was like, oh,
Obviously, he's coming up against Max Holloway in a great fight. How do you see that matchup between those two?
Personally, I think because it's at welterweight, I see Conor knocking him out. Like everyone's counting Conor out and thinks that Max is going to win. If it goes to the later rounds, yeah, Max definitely probably start piecing him up on the feet because he's got that cardio and the volume. But the fact that it's at welterweight, I think, favours Conor, because Charles made Max look.
The name Conor McGregor is always part of the MMA conversation. Even when he is not fighting, fans watch everything he does. They follow his social media posts, discuss his future, and share their opinions about him. But this time, the attention is different. People are not talking about his interviews or online posts. They are talking about his training videos. These clips have spread across YouTube, social media, and fight communities, and many fans have been surprised by what they saw. Instead of looking rusty after a long break, McGregor appears fast, sharp, and motivated. His hand speed looks very good, and he seems to have the energy and determination to prove himself again. Now that his comeback fight is expected to be against Max Holloway, the entire MMA world is discussing the matchup. This is not an easy return fight. McGregor is facing a dangerous opponent from the very beginning. Some fans believe McGregor is ready to show everyone why he became one of the biggest stars in MMA history. Others believe Holloway has the advantage because he has remained active and continues to perform at a high level. The debate is
in a month or so. How do you see that fight going down? Do you see Conor returning in good form? Do you see Max Holloway just putting on a masterclass? How do you see that fight going down?
I'm rooting for Holloway all the way, but McGregor hasn't put in nearly the amount of work that Holloway's put in. He hasn't been through half the battles, half the wars. And he's a southpaw with really good timing of the left hand. So I would have to throw that to McGregor.
Brendan Schaub recently shared his thoughts about this matchup and pointed out something many fans may not consider. In boxing and some other sports, athletes who return after a long absence often receive an easier opponent. This helps them regain confidence, improve their timing, and adjust to competition again. The UFC usually works differently. McGregor has been away from competition for a long time. His leg injury was very serious and required surgery and a long recovery process. During that period, he also faced several personal challenges outside the sport. Many athletes returning from such a long break would normally receive a less difficult opponent for their first fight back. However, that is not the case here. The UFC matched McGregor against Max Holloway, who has stayed active and continued fighting at a high level. Holloway is one of the toughest fighters in his division and is considered a serious challenge for anyone. Schaub's main point was not that the UFC made a bad decision. Instead, he wanted people to understand how difficult this fight really is for McGregor. Accepting a fight against Holloway after such a long absence shows that McGregor is willing to take a major risk, because this is a serious fight with serious consequences.
Warm-ups. Like, think about Conor. He's been off 5 years. His leg fell off. He's been on some benders, had some legal issues. If anyone deserves a warm-up, I don't want to say deserve. If anybody should come back to kind of a lighter opponent, it'd be Conor McGregor. And they go, very cool, welcome back, buddy. Here's freaking, Max Holloway. He's been active. He's a savage. That's the UFC. That's where we're different than boxing. Boxing just gives you some bullshit. And no one really cares. It's just for the fighter to get the ring rust out, get his timing back, get the jitters out of his system. The UFC just doesn't do that. For Ilya, I'm never worried about it because of his training. For McGregor, that's a 5 years is forever in this game. And coming off an injury, it's forever. So, we have to have some...
If you enjoy fight news, analysis, and the latest updates from the world of combat sports,